When the Titan Lords fell, a new age of might came to Sedaria. An age defined by one simple decree. That whoever was the strongest in Sedaria, enough to slay its previous ruler, would hold dominion over the land. And so it was, for thousands of years. And so it is, yet today. Aloysius, the Mad King of Sedaria, now rules these lands. Over the last 10 years, he has spread his influence. Using cruel hobgoblins and gnolls as soldiers, the land of Sedaria quakes, torn apart by his frenzied greed for the power it holds within. For Sedaria is a lost land, a land of riches unclaimed, of legends untold, of power unseen. A beautiful, vast, and deadly land. It calls to the bold, to the clever, to the daring. To any who would dare its shores seeking adventure. It calls to Megan, the war-forged paladin. It calls to Nyx, the half-elf warlock. It calls to Nizid, the dragon-born rogue. It calls to Tig, the kobold bard. It calls to Zidane, the wood elf ranger. It calls to Trill, the Aarakocra druid. And to those it calls, Sedaria offers welcome. The wilds are not easy, and not kind, but they shall give a tale to remember. For this is the land of limitless adventure. This is the legend of the Wildlands.
Hello and welcome to D6 Tricks Legend of the Wildlands, the show where Alex really needs to check what modules he enables and disables and updates in Foundry, because Foundry's great until it crashes and won't load basic things like hit points. Which, you might need in Dungeons & Dragons. As you might have guessed, hello, I am your host, Alex, and with me as always are my lovely cast and crew of players. We have Anne.
How important is HP? I think you do without it.
Just do a ballpark. We have Professor Moore.
I think I have approximately 58,000 hit points left.
Oh, that sounds right. We have Queen.
Hit points? I don't need hit points. I can easily hit on people.
Uh-huh. We shall see how well your romance goes in this game. Helena has not reciprocated the flirting yet.
Hey!
And we have Toonwolf.
Trill just Family Guy death poses on the ground.
As we all know, Trill has 0 hit points.
All the time.
All the time.
Never has any hit points.
Never. Atlas and Juno are busy today, so it is just us in this session. Speaking of sessions, let's do a recap of last session, because it's been 2 weeks instead of 1, and that's no good. So, last session, you were entering the lab of the potion poisoner, and encountered a very loud and very burly dwarf who attacked you as you entered the home. Though luckily, he was able to be, not dispatched, because they need him alive, but incapacitated relatively easily with the help of Locust shooting a net, and Dario the Fierce, best boy, managing to disarm him with a powerful bite that definitely made him look a little bit like the Great Grey Wolf Sith from Dark Souls. Most iconic boss ever, fight me. Alright. Afterwards, Squonk, the homunculus that was working for the potion poisoner, tried to imply that the dude was the master, but the group didn't buy it, and in fact, the burly dwarf was a homeless person that had been abducted by the actual potion poisoner and possessed by a magic jar spell to act as a decoy. After some more investigation, the group found an old man who tried to imply he was just a cobbler who was also kidnapped by the potion poisoner. However, this was an illusion, and he was indeed the potion poisoner, and after what is described in the notes as a comedy of errors, trying to incapacitate a singular old man, finally, the group managed to get him and knock him unconscious, and get some guards to investigate. There was plenty of evidence in his flophouse lair that would allow him to be arrested. Afterwards, the new day dawned to extreme heat. Like over 100 degrees, probably gonna get hotter because it was early in the morning too, where the group is going to need a lot of access to shade and water, or they'll need to make exhaustion saves. Asking a guard, hey, what's gonna happen with the potion poisoner? It had been like 6 or 7 hours, so the guard was like, there's gonna be a press conference at noon today in front of the Gentle Quarry potion shop. So in the meantime, they decided to do some investigating into the last of the 3 major crime troubles that were plaguing Kagladar, this being the Hammerblood Guild and apparently their mob connections. They did some snooping around, including with a gossip magazine run by a mad conspiracy theorist who mentioned that there was sabotage that happened when the current owner of Hammerblood Guild, Dalcam Hammerblood, was new, and ever since then, he's been a bit reclusive and paranoid. However, thanks to a stroke of luck, being that it was so damn hot that the meeting was cancelled, the group did manage to get a quick meeting with Dalcam Hammerblood. He was uninterested in the location of Quark the Assassin, saying that everything he did was done above book, and in accordance with the law. So, that was a dead end, and the group decided we need a different way to go about this. So, while waiting for the press conference to happen and keeping their eyes and ears open for any leads that could lead them to more evidence or information about the Hammerblood Guild, they had Swift go invisible to tail the bespectacled dwarf that was Hammerblood's assistant to see where he goes and if he does suspicious things. And she was just sent out, and we were just going to go and see what else the group was doing to try and get information when we resume session right now.
Oh boy. Right, so we're sending Swift off, right?
Yes.
Now when we send Swift off, do the rest of us want to go somewhere, or do we want to just stand around and wait for Swift to find the thing?
I know I would like to find some shelter from the heat if possible.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, agreed.
Okay, tell you what, I'll make fans for the rest of us while Swift does the thing. You can leave a tip if you want pictures on the fans. A tip being a hug.
Oh, well, I'll gladly tip in a hug.
Hey, just let me know what picture you want and I'll doodle it on.
Sure thing. About a nice, strong oak tree.
An oak tree. Oh, I can have the branches go on each of the things and it spreads out. Oh, boy! Alright, I will get to work on my first commission.
All right. Congratulations on being commissioned.
Yay! Brilliant. Alright. So, did we say that Swift is following a specific dwarf, or is it just any one of them?
He is I said he. I meant the he who is being followed. Swift is following the bespectacled, really professional dwarf who was essentially working as the assistant and manager and all in all number 2 guy to Dalcam Hammerblood.
Okay. Just writing that down. Brilliant. Alright, well, they will stay invisible. Well, she will stay invisible.
Yeah.
Yeah, and anything she sees of note, she will feed back to Nizip.
Yep. On account of the psychic whispers that are connecting a bunch of the group via telekinetic and telepathic even messages.
Yep.
Hey, am I whispering?
Yeah. I'm being stealthy!
Oh man, I trust Swift my whole life. No one can ever catch Swift.
Swift's great at getting out of sticky situations that could hurt her.
And luckily, if she does get captured, it's not like they can interrogate her because they squeeze her too hard and she dies.
Yeah, on kind of that note, is there some way you can tell if she dies when she's not with us?
I think it's just a feeling.
Hmm,
Like, because I can.
fascinating.
Yeah, it's like I can perceive through her senses as long as she's within a certain distance of me. There is a feature I can get later down the line where it's as long as she's on the same realm, I can sense it. But I mean, even if I don't, I'm guessing after about a day, if she doesn't show up, it's like, well, yeah, guess she had too much acid.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's just get Swift in here.
Yeah,
It's
that's just
fine.
fascinating.
Yeah.
All right. So, as you all sit and keep cool and drink water, except Helena, who is drinking alcohol, it seems to have the same effect for her.
Nice.
About an hour later, you get a ping from Swift. Okay, so he is finally moving. It looks like he is going to lunch.
Thanks, Swift.
He was here the whole time before then.
There you go.
That tracks.
Do you mind seeing where he goes after lunch, or would you like to come back?
I'll keep following him. If he goes back to work after lunch, I'm heading right back to you, because watching him has been boring.
Yeah, that's fine. Sorry.
It's not all that bad. Heating up some of the fumes from the good kush I have, really makes it pop, you know?
Of course it does. Well, you enjoy. Don't get too distracted.
Sorry, what?
Just go watch.
Okay, sorry, I got distracted.
Right. In
Yeah.
the meantime, whilst all this is happening, I will be doodling the new fan.
Okay.
I don't know what I rolled last time for it.
Looks like it's time to scroll up through the chat log.
Oh, performance.
Yeah, performance.
Okay, I'm drawing like the Yggdrasil tree. That kind of effect. Ah, look at that.
Not bad.
Wow. It's almost like I grew up amongst trees or something. That's stupid.
Imagine growing up amid trees. Can't relate.
Can't
Oh,
relate.
yes. Imagine.
Trees. I love trees. Here you go, Trill. I hope that's okay. If you want any more details added, I can, try my best.
You know, this is absolutely wonderful. Thank you so much.
I'm glad.
I love it. Here's your hug.
Oh, thank you!
Hug.
You're fluffy.
Me.
Barkat looks over at the drawing of the tree, tilts his head, rotates an eyeball in its socket, kind of like a chameleon, to get a better look at it.
Oh, I see. Usually when I hear tree, I default to willow.
What tree's this?
Definitely not a willow,
Says Barkat.
Well, it's always up to artistic interpretation. Would you like a fan, Barkit?
No.
Oh. Okay, well, the offers are always there. You guys get the friends and family discount, as in, you just give me a hug.
I will not do that.
Okay, that's fair. Alright.
Yeah. Dario is just panting heavily on account of dog cannot use fan.
It's okay, Dario. Pulls out my own fan, starts fanning
Yeah.
Dario.
Dario, like, tilts his head so it's right in the path of the fan, goes,
Oh, he likes it, I think. Wait, of course I would know. I'm a dog owner.
I hope old Gus is doing alright.
Oh, Gus. He was the dog we never had.
He isn't dead.
Sometimes I
Yeah.
can still hear it.
he isn't dead, but it's very hot outside.
Sometimes I can still hear his voice. I want to get out of here.
Oh, Gus hates you here. Oh, Gus wants to get out of here. Oh, Gus hates the
check on
sun.
him?
Make it stop.
Yeah. Can we go see if he's okay?
You can.
Yeah.
Yeah, why not?
All right.
Maybe go get him a little treat.
You head over to Soul Grove, over where old Gus is being kept. Traffic makes it a little slow going, because you are heading right through the East Market where the press conference is being held.
Oh, is that going on?
Oh,
Yeah, the
I thought
time it would take to
time
travel.
before that.
Yeah, the time it would take to travel would put you right there.
Oh!
During.
Oh, let's go
What?
there instead! We're back in a second, Gus!
Yeah, you about face and run back to, like, push and shove your way into the crowd, trying to get a look at the press conference. Surprisingly, there is a pretty decent crowd, considering it's 124 degrees outside.
Oh, no, I just spontaneously combust.
Yeah, welcome to Arizona. Anyway, so there are a bunch of commoners and some other reporters, essentially, people who work in the gossip magazines or otherwise as town criers, yelling questions out to a podium where the orc chief of police, who you had met before and told you to stay out of trouble, steps up to the podium, clears his throat, has a dwarf in priest robes approach him, mutter a spell casted on him, and his voice booms out, echoing across the crowd. Thank you for coming. I know it's hot today, so I'll try to keep this brief. The potion poisoner that has been the plague of the city has been caught and found. As a result, Raylan's cobbler shop will be shut down on account of, Barnar Raylan is the potion poisoner. There's a gasp and muttering through the crowd. We will sweep for the rest of the day for any more tainted potions from him, but in the meantime, another regiment of the guard will be working to get Gentle Quarry Potion Shop back open, and that should be open before the moonrise. We hope.
Yay!
Yeah.
Yay.
There's some scattered applause through the crowd. I don't anticipate this will take too long, no more than a day at most. But once we are certain that every potion in here is clear, we will lift the ban on potions here in Kagladar, and you can go about your regular business, drinking, selling, whatever the hell you do with them. I do not care.
Just don't poison them, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, just don't poison them, or else we are going to come down on you with the fury of 1,000 suns. Right. In the meantime, the Sun Scars will be remaining here, taking over their makeshift hospice until they also clear everyone who is showing symptoms of their symptoms, make sure everyone's healthy or otherwise released, after which they will be leaving the city. Thank you for your time. He gets up to leave, and there are more shouts of yelling and questions among the crowd. Among them, is there any more news on the stolen blast hammer mold? He turns around briefly, goes back to the podium, casts the spell again. No. Leaves once again.
The stole blast
Oh.
hammer mold.
Blast?
What's a blast hammer?
That's a good question. Maybe we should talk to that guy
Yeah.
who mentioned it.
Maybe we ask about it.
Yeah, that could be. I don't know important's the word, but that sounds interesting. Yeah, I will trot over to that guy and say, excuse me.
Yeah? You have any news on the blast hammer mold?
I don't. In fact, I don't think I've even heard about it until today. What is it?
Well, it is, as you might expect, a weapon mold used in the forging of dwarven blast hammers.
See, and it was stolen?
Yep. Stolen right from under the noses of everyone at Hammerblood Foundry.
Oh, gee. Well, wait, that place is fortified like crazy. How could somebody steal it?
No one knows. But
Oh.
it did happen. And I hear Hammerblood is willing to raise hell to get it back.
It kind of makes sense it would be an inside job, though, if it just went from under their noses.
That's a leading theory.
Fair enough. Well, thanks for telling us. What's your name, sorry?
I prefer to keep that secret in my business. Can't have anyone spying on me, you know? He says, putting a little shush finger to his mouth and putting on a tinfoil hat.
Oh my god!
Oh.
Right. I know the feeling. Well, thank you. Good to meet you.
You didn't see anything, he says, wiggling his fingers and disappearing into the crowd.
As far as I know, that interaction never happened. Right.
Alright, so now we gotta find out if that was legitimate or not.
Alright.
I don't see why anyone would lie about that, though.
You get another ping from Swift. Alright, so, lunch has been delivered. It looks like pork ribs. He's sitting down with that old sarcastic banker dude.
Oh.
Hmm.
Wait, in the bank or back in the guild?
No, it's a restaurant.
Oh? What restaurant?
I don't know, I didn't see the sign.
Well, look at the sign!
It's in Dwarven.
Well, explain what you're seeing. I'll try and translate.
It looks like there's like a diagonal line through what I think could be either a C or an L. She goes into
Okay.
more explicit and yet completely unhelpful detail. But says, and there's
Okay.
like a tree on the roof.
There's a tree. Okay, thanks, Swift. Just describe the outside, just so I know vaguely where you are.
Okay, it's like a covered patio. There's big old umbrellas on it.
Okay.
Couple flower pots on it. Looks like a nice place.
All right. Well, if you hear anything important, then just try and keep an ear out.
Yeah, they're chatting about something called a blast hammer mold.
Oh, for God's sake.
Oh.
Who did you
Swift?
say he was having lunch with?
The banker.
The banker.
Listen very carefully, okay?
Alright, you got it.
Thank you. All right, let me just take some notes. Item stolen from the foundry. Oh, gee. Well, can never leave Kagla dark, can we? It's one mystery after another with these guys.
This is true.
Unfortunately.
true.
Yeah. I mean, hopefully this'll be the last one, says Carolina.
You just jinxed it. Rattles charms.
Rattles charms.
Never say it's the last thing of anything, otherwise it definitely won't be.
City will
Alright.
always have issues.
I'm just saying, if the spectacle guy and the banker are talking about it, it might be connected to Hammerblood in general. This might be our lead to getting in.
Yeah.
Could be.
Ooh, you're
Good
right.
point.
That
I
is
say
good
as I
observation.
assume I can hear Swift's voice.
That was supposed to be
no,
Carolina.
Actually,
Yeah, that was
Oh,
Carolina.
Carolina.
Carolina and Swift's voices are very similar.
My brain is
Crack
dumb.
chip.
Yeah.
You're fine.
Wow.
no.
Yeah, there was no mention of crack, so it
No.
wasn't Swift.
All right. In which case, Do you know, I'm gonna go with my original idea of going to see if all Gus is okay, and then just listening out for any updates from Swift.
Yep.
Okay. All right.
Do-do-do.
You head over to Soul Grove and the bank where you've been keeping old Gus. There is like a tarp thrown over him to try and keep him cool, but otherwise, he looks very hot and very sweaty.
Oh, Gus!
Old Gus hates this. Turn off the sun.
I can't turn off the sun, I'm sorry.
I'm assuming, of course, that Trill is translating for everyone.
Yeah, I translate everything, old guys. I'm just like, I'm sorry.
You disappoint.
If he
old
has
Gus.
like, if he has like a like access to water, which I assume he does, otherwise I'm gonna be very mad.
He does, yeah.
Good. I wanna like chill it with like my frostbite cantrip, just so he has access to like cold, refreshing water, so it's not like hot water, because hot water is the actual worst.
Mm-hmm. Hot water sucks.
Hot water sucks.
You
I just
can
wanna
chill it
trip.
with frostbite, but it'll be like extremely chilled, so you'd have to wait a couple of minutes for it to get cold as opposed to just freezing, which is also not great to
Yeah.
ingest.
Well, yeah.
Don't worry, and this heater won't take that long.
Yeah, it'll
yeah.
take like a minute.
Yeah,
All right.
there you go.
Old
Maybe
Gus
that'll
doesn't
help.
dislike this.
Good. That's the most positive thing I've ever heard you say. I'm proud.
That's growth, old Gus. That's growth.
All right, we'll hang in there a little bit longer. We'll see how quickly we can get out of here.
Yeah. All right. In the meantime, as you take care of old Gus, another ping back. Okay, so, what I managed to gather, they were talking about, finding some guy named Cold Song the Bastard.
That's a name.
Wow.
Yeah. Apparently, Cold Song's the guy who might have taken the mold or whatever it is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, they're looking for him. He's gone to ground. Banker guy says that, his son or any of those other low-life idiots at the Red Worm Inn might have heard something. But he's not going down there because fuck you. That is a direct quote.
Okay.
Okay.
And then there was this big knoll lady with like a dagger in her eye that showed up, joined them, took most of their pork ribs, and they talked about shipments of something.
No. With a what in her eye?
A dagger.
As in, she'd just been stabbed or an accessory?
It doesn't look fresh. It just looks like it got embedded there some time ago and it's still there.
Sure, why not? They were talking about shipments, okay. So, are they talking about finding this guy because he's got it, or talking about it because they want to transport it?
It appears these are two different conversations.
Okay. This is weird. Okay, well, have they finished that they left now?
Yeah, looks like they're wrapping up.
Okay, track him back, but if he just goes back to work normally, then come back to us, okay?
Yeah, that's what I said I was going to do.
Thank you. Well, I'm just reiterating, okay?
I'm not stupid.
Hey, No, you're not stupid. I'm sorry.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Did I hear right? You said the Red Sun Inn?
Red Worm.
Red Worm.
Red Worm, thank you.
Worm son.
Stop talking about shipments. All right.
Of something.
That sounds like an outdated druid medicine.
Yeah.
Does it sound like an outdated druid medicine?
Does what sound like an outdated druid medicine?
Red worm.
No, that sounds like the name of a tavern.
No. That's just the name, like, that is a weird name for an inn.
Oh.
He's mocking it. He's not actually saying it sounds like an actual medicine. It's like that. That's a weird name. That sounds like it might be better for like a druid medicinal practice than an actual inn.
It would be if it was worm with an O, but it's worm with a Y.
Oh! Oh, so dragon thing.
Yes.
Yeah. The more scaly kind of worm.
I get you.
So an outdated outdated dwarven medicine.
Oh, you've got a headache! I know what to do! Kill the red dragon!
Blood of the red worm.
Have we seen this in the city, or is it somewhere else?
You've passed by it a couple times. It's in the slums.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Gotcha.
Would it be open
Yeah,
at this
got
time?
It opens at like 2 p.m., so if you headed over to the slums, you'd be able to get there couple minutes after it opens.
Sure. I mean, not many people will be around though, so. But then we'd be out in the sun.
Yeah.
I'd say, let's have a brisk stroll over there.
Brisk
Agreed.
canter.
A brisk canter, but we don't have any horses.
You have old
Oh,
Gus.
Gus. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I think.
Y'all
old
think he's
Gus-
gonna be cantering today?
Yeah, no, let him relax.
Old Gus canters for neither man nor god.
All right,
That's
well,
the
come
spirit,
on.
old Gus.
Yeah, come on, Zidane, let's go canter or whatever you dog guys do.
He just kind of looks just.
You just run.
We just run. We just
run. Okay.
jog. We run.
All right, Dario, run.
Dario zooms off in a random direction at top
Wait,
speed.
no, not that way.
Zidane's just running after just Dario.
Dario runs right back.
Good boy. Just
Okay,
this
let's
way.
go.
It goes
Run
like general where the general points to the general direction where the slums would be.
All right. I'll go ahead and say 2.5 hours if you're going at a gentle stroll rather than an hour to cross town and get to the Red Worm.
Okay.
Yeah, if you want to kill some more time.
Well,
I
if
don't know
we do
anyone
that,
who could be
we're
jogging
gonna,
in this weather.
Yeah, we're gonna be in the sun.
Yeah.
well, we're also
Yeah.
going to be out of contact with Swift.
Oh. Heck. All right. Why don't we wait for Swift to come back and then we do it?
All right.
Yeah.
All right, we'll go back to Shade then.
Yeah. You head back into the shade, keep yourselves cool, drink some water. Makes you feel a tap on your shoulder.
He went back to work.
A simple hello would be nice.
Hello, he went back to work.
Thank you for letting me know that.
You're welcome, he went back to work.
Pops the acid ball. Good girl. Right.
Never call me that again unless it's in a horror-related manner.
Okay. Well, I'm not feeling hoarse today, so.
Damn it. Anyway!
So we're planning on going to the Red Worm Inn. You cool with that, Swift?
Yeah, sure, there might be whores over there.
Good to know. All right, we'll go the
Yeah.
scenic route. Everyone, just stay hydrated. Hydrate or dihydrate. Funny.
Yeah, I'd rather not die, thank you.
Well, I would rather you not die either. Because if you die, I'd be very upset. What was that noise?
Don't worry about it. Anyway.
Oh no. Okay.
Trill's just using the fan that you made for him.
Yay.
Yay.
Say, if allowed, after about half an hour to an hour of walking, Nyx would like to talk to Zidane.
Go for it.
So I will trot up next to Zidane and be like, hey, it's been a little bit since we've talked, probably.
Yeah, it has.
I'm gonna assume this is an Elvish.
Yeah.
Listen, I know things have been really, really rough. Have you been doing okay?
He just shrugs, just
I've been trying to help when I can. As little as it's been.
Hey, don't say that. You've been helping a lot.
Why are we doing all this again?
What, going to the inn?
Yeah, and everything here, the whole...
Oh,
King
everything,
thing?
everything.
Yeah.
Well, people need our help. It feels weird to just leave when people are hurting.
Perhaps.
Why, do you want to leave?
I don't know. Other than make sure everything's okay, I don't have much stakes. But I know from experience that leaving a pack is a bad idea.
Oh. Okay. Well, I'm glad you're still here. Sorry, I didn't realize that you weren't comfortable.
It's fine. I like you guys. All of you are really good. And I enjoy being around. I'm just a little stuck, but that's okay, I guess.
No, it's not okay. If you're struggling, you can talk to us.
I'm just a kid, right? I've got time.
Yeah, I suppose. I kind of see what you mean. I want to still help people, but... Right, I kind of got what I came for in the end.
You're still looking for answers, right?
Yeah. Sometimes I don't know if this is the right way to go about it, but... I feel we're in too deep. But, like I said, I'm glad you're still here.
I'm glad to be here.
Yeah.
I have new friends.
Yeah.
I have new friends.
And hey, whatever you're trying to find, we'll help you find it. We'll always be here for you. Don't think you're lesser than us because you don't have a reason to be here. You're still a part of the team.
I mean, I'm just looking for a friend. I don't know where he is or how he's doing or what's going on, but I didn't think trying to find a friend would rope me into this big adventure.
Well, if you're willing to go hell or high water to go find this friend, then it must be an amazing friend.
He taught me a lot, and I miss him.
Well, hey, no matter what, I'll help you find him.
Thanks.
And so will Swift when she's not... high.
That's a very limited amount of time, let's be fair.
We'll take it slowly.
Oh. All right. Let's continue this little thing, all right?
Yeah. Nyx will like
You
put
put
their
down a
arm
pinky.
around. Oh, pinky,
Put
yeah,
down a
sure.
pinky. Yeah, put pinky just.
We find what we're looking for together, and with
Together.
everyone else with us.
Brilliant. Promise. And then I'll put my arm around Zdane's shoulders. It's like a little side hug.
He give hug.
Yay!
All
And we
right.
continue.
Adorable. So, you take the scenic route, passing through some southern dockyards in Kagladar, which a lot of people are congregating about on account of, oh my god, we're next to water, maybe it's not so hot here. There's a lot of like hustle, bustle, shouting, throwing crates about, tying them onto ropes, moving them to and fro. And as you pass through the dockyards, you get back to the slums, and over towards a rundown-looking but pretty large building with a sign outside reading "The Red Worm Inn" in both English, well, English being common, and Draconic.
Ooh. Oh yeah, of course.
Huh.
Wow.
That tracks.
Music. Ooh.
All right. So it appears that you have entered the building during happy hour because there are a lot of drinks being passed around, a lot of yelling, cheering, a couple of small games of gambling going around at various tables, and a crew of several kobolds running to and fro, carrying drinks, picking up tabs, tips, and gold pieces, including one bartender in the back who is actually there's two in the back operating all sorts of different pouring casks and other bottles and whatnot through a very intricate looking set of ropes and pulleys that they're leaping to and fro from, grabbing onto them, using their weight to pull them down, pouring an entire flight of ale, and then sending them off to busboys to go clean them up or send them off to other tables. It's a pretty varied crowd in here, along with the usual dwarves that you've come to expect in the mostly dwarven city of Kagladar. There are some humans, there are even some orcs and some hobgoblins in here enjoying the drinks, chatting up each other, shaking hands over yelled or whispered deals during happy hour. It's a rat hole, but it is a lively rat hole.
Whoa. That's a
Kind
lot of
of-
people.
Huh.
All right. You guys want to get a table?
Yep.
Table, table.
All right.
Don't worry, Satane. We'll lie about your age.
You squish through to all cram around a table. Then you realize, oh, there's another empty one. So you grab that, push that table together so the whole rest of the group can be at the combined two tables. The kobold runs over to you, clambers on top of the table. Hello, welcome to Red Worm. It is happy hour, so we are running our specials today. Signature dish is half lamb's head with mashed potatoes and garlic butter, and signature drink is whiskey driver.
Whiskey driver?
Whiskey and orange juice.
Oh. Sure, I'd be willing to try that.
Great.
Sounds good.
It is 1 silver per drink. Our signature dish, 5 copper.
5 copper and 1 silver. Okay.
Just juice,
Yeah.
please.
Let me consult. He yells in Draconic, just juice! 3 copper! 3 copper!
Wow.
Just 3 copper. Already taking out the 3 copper.
Sure. I will pay for a drink and food.
Sam.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. You hand over some copper and silver. The waiter takes it all. Great. Should be out shortly. And gets off the table, scurries underfoot back towards the bar. Nisip, you're hearing a couple conversations in Thieves' Cant being passed around the bar. There are a lot going on and a lot more yelling and shouting, so it's hard to find any particular coherent conversations, but you hear enough to know, this is where some lower members of society come to make deals.
All right then.
Hmm.
Good to know.
Oh, this place is lovely.
Yeah. All right. A couple minutes pass. Your flight of drinks, for all who purchased them, arrives. Helena immediately chugs hers. It's like, decent whiskey, all things considered, for this place.
Sip. What does it taste like?
Happily
Uh,
drinking
the
juice.
whiskey is a lot stronger than the orange juice, but the orange juice is providing noticeable flavor and some pulp.
Alright. Mm.
It's nice.
It's different, but a good different.
Yeah. So what? That banker guy was saying that this place had people that might know what happened with what's his name, Cold Song the Bastard, and the stolen mold, right?
Yeah, his
Yeah.
son, and then just
Yeah.
associates, I think.
His son and associates is what I picked up.
Can we rumor hunt, but in a way to see if we know that the son is here, or if he would be nearby?
Sure. Investigation check for me, please.
Of course.
I think a way to narrow it down a little bit more would be looking for any dwarves.
Okay.
Since it
Oh, yeah,
seems
of
to be a
course.
very, very mixed crowd here, it's not necessarily all dwarves like it is at the other places.
Yeah. I will listen with my dwarvish ears. Oh, not bad.
Okay. Listening in to a couple of conversations, picking up what you can among the hustle and bustle, you can hear, someone talking to the bartender, and the bartender is pointing out, 4 different people, and you hear the phrase, mold and, the bastard being mentioned occasionally by said bartender. So, they point out, first and foremost, as I go pull up my document, an orc who is just kind of hanging out, trying not to be noticed in against one of the walls. You smell him even from this distance. He smells awful, and his face looks pretty beat up and covered in dirt and various other substances. So he's the first one being pointed out. You're also pointed towards what appears to be an armored hobgoblin who has already knocked over several tankards of whiskey.
Mhm.
A surprisingly well-dressed for this establishment dwarf with slicked back hair and no beard on his face, surprisingly.
Okay.
And a burly dwarven woman in Kagladar guard's uniform who is leaning in heavily to one of the tables, giving them dirty eyes as they rummage through their pouches and hand over a couple of silver pieces. So to summarize, orc, hobgoblin, fancy dwarf, dwarven guard.
Well then. And the bartender is pointing them out.
Bartender's pointing them out.
Can I hear why, or is it just the general thing?
So, you hear why, and you see it's because there is a pretty burly-looking dwarf with what appears to be the emblem of the Hammerblood Guild tattooed on his shoulder, asking him specifically, have there been any rumors about what happens to the stolen mold in this place?
Oh, I see. Okay. I will also point out these 4 people to everyone else and be like, hey, therefore to note. Now, we've got 2 options here. We could either just go ask them, or little Swift here can listen in again.
Well, I think we should keep an eye on who the Hammerblood Guild guy is going to talk to,
Okay.
and have Swift eavesdrop there.
The Hammerblood guy nods and leaves.
Of course. Hmm.
Not complicates things.
Well, would you like to talk to anyone, Nizip?
Well, it depends on how obvious we want to be about things, because just walking up
Yeah.
to those people, it's going to be interesting. Now,
That's what I
just
mean.
from my astute observations, I'm going to guess the nicely dressed dwarf is potentially the son we're looking for, based on the fact that he seems to come from money based on his dress, and the fact that he has no beard makes me think that he is estranged from his father and does not necessarily adhere to dwarven code quite as well, and that's part of why his father is disgusted about the idea of even going and associating with him.
Oh. This out of character. This would be good for Ty going in disguise. Unfortunately,
Yes,
Tyger's
yes,
not
it
here.
would.
Unfortunately, Tiger's busy.
All right. Option B, boys.
Let's leave the dwarf for last, unless he starts to leave.
Yeah, that's why I don't want him to leave.
I'm interested in what the soldier guard is doing.
Mm-hmm. Is the fancy dwarf talking to anyone, or is he just by himself?
Currently, he is by himself, enjoying some drinks, sprinkling some house-brought herbs onto his plate of lamb's head.
That's cute. Okay. Man, can you tell we're all introverts?
That's most unfortunate. Anyway.
No, it's like I do want to talk to them, but it's like A, I don't know what to spark the conversation with, and B, I don't want to arouse suspicion.
Ty, we are not.
Yeah.
A drinking hobgoblin.
Yeah. I will say, asking about the stolen mold itself and/or Cold Song the Bastard is not going to cause so much suspicion that you get arrested, because I'm not that mean. You're gonna need to get that information and then know what they want for that information first.
Helena,
Gotcha.
Yeah?
do you want a drinking challenge?
You had me at drinking.
Because I think that hobgoblin would make a good opponent.
Alright. Why don't you come with me in case I pass the fuck out, though?
Of course. I've always got your back.
Alright.
Yep.
All right, we will deal with the hobgoblin.
You head over towards the hobgoblin. Don't mind me. I'm just gonna do a cool, quick thing. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Alright, so you head over towards the hobgoblin. He sees you approach his table. Gives you a quick nod. Cheers. Seat's open, I guess. My partner's not coming.
Your partner?
Yeah, traveling companion. I was supposed to meet him here, but evidently he's either arrested or dead, so that's probably not happening.
Well, I'm sorry to hear that. Well, we'll be your companions instead. Sits.
Right. Name's Zor. Work as a sellsword around these parts, and I guess all across Sedaria, honestly.
Zor. Okay, nice to meet you. I'm, Cobblepots.
Crestmoon, says Helena.
So, couldn't help but notice you were drinking quite a bit. Let's say we have a bit of a challenge.
You know, I would, but that would require me getting some drinks, beyond this, and I appear to be out of silver. So I'm not wasting gold on this shit.
Flick silver piece. It's on me.
I see. He leans over. Now, not that I am one to turn down a free drink ever, but, why me?
Well, you seem like you could do with a bit of, friendship in your life. Sorry, that came out wrong.
He slowly blinks. Right, try that one again.
Okay, what I'm trying to say is, A, look like you could do with, a nice chat, but B, we were wondering, we've been hearing something about a mold?
Yeah. I heard that, Cold Song, the one-eyed bastard, stole, the mold for a blast hammer right under the nose of old Hammerblood.
The one-eyed bastard?
Yep, that's what I heard.
Oh, is this a dwarf?
Yeah,
Oh.
what was his name again? Tyaden Cold Song? Yeah, Tyaden Cold Song, the one-eyed bastard.
What makes everyone so sure it's him, though?
Well, day after they found out it was stolen, he did not report anywhere. Completely gone to ground. Everyone else was accounted for in that foundry.
I see.
This is all
Well-
secondhand, of course.
Well, if there's one way to make yourself look sketchy, I suppose.
No,
Was this like a recent thing?
fairly recently, yeah. A couple days ago, from what I hear. He stops himself, looks over. I'm going to ask again, why me?
Honestly, I could just do with a drink right now.
Fair. So could I.
I
Tell-
will.
Tell you what.
I'll wait.
Fuck
Yep.
your challenge. I know I'm gonna win. Helena rolls her eyes. You wanna know what I know about the one-eyed bastard? Get me a drink and a good story. I don't know much, so I'm not gonna ask much. Seems like a fair rate to me.
Sure. I will wave. If the kobolds are nearby, I'll wave them over and order 3 of the specials.
You got it! Kobold gives a thumbs
As-
up.
Silver each, was it?
Silver each.
Silver each. Okay.
For note purposes, could you repeat again? He said Titan Cold Song stole it for who did he think?
Stole it out from under the nose of Hammerblood. He did not say who
Gotcha.
it was stolen for.
Gotcha. Thank you.
Hide and cold song. Perfect. I'll do the notes later. It's time for drinking.
All right. The drinks get brought over. Zora takes a sip. Helena takes a chug. Now that is not moderation. That's how you go unconscious, says Zora. Eat my ass, says Helena. Later. Anyway.
Oh my god! Sorry, Ant Space just killed me. It's like they just say "eat my ass" later, and Nick just spits the drink. Yeah, this is going great.
Right. So I believe I was promised a drink and a good story.
And a good story. Oh boy. What interesting stories have we had in this game?
We fought the pumpkin dude.
Yes, we did. So, we were walking along one day, and we met this guy who was part of a traveling group of kobolds, was it? I remember
Yeah,
that.
he had 2 kobolds with him.
2 kobolds. Yeah. And he was like, hey, so there's this guy who has like these really loud parties. Could you go and tell him to turn it down a little bit? So we went, and it was this magical little party that was going on. It was a really nice party, actually. We had to go in and help these people out of this big maze. That took a bit. That was really weird. But we helped them out, and they were really appreciative. So then we went to this guy. He was called the Jack of Brambles. This kind of weird, pumpkin-y dude. Very friendly. Had very bad taste in jokes. But then we told him to turn it down, and he was just not having it. No. Just takes another drink. So anyway, he was like, okay, I'm gonna do you 2 things here. You can either do all these really weird challenges for me. One of them was like drinking a cup of literal thorns, and we were like, nah, we don't want to do that. So they were like, okay, fight me instead. So we fought, and we fought good. And I did this cool thing where I'm just like, hey, now you see me, now you don't. And I teleported away, whoosh. And then I came back, and we fought, and then he knocked me out. But then when I woke up, we defeated him. And he was like, okay, I'll crank the volume down a little bit, and all was well. Ignore that. Just knocks a drink over.
I think you've had a bit too many.
I've only had one. I haven't even finished this one.
Yeah, and that's a bit too many.
But that's the story of how we defeated the Jack of Brambles.
Yeah, good to know. Going up against Phalor and winning, pretty damn good story. Thank you.
Of course.
Right. So, like I said, I don't know much. All I've heard's been secondhand. My partner's usually the one who picks up rumors, and I should probably go out to figure out where he's gone shortly after happy hour ends.
Do you mind me asking his name?
Mudgob.
Mudgob. All right.
Can't miss
I've
him.
never heard.
Goblin, smells like alchemy, throws explosives.
All right. I don't think we've met him, but if we do see him, we'll let you know.
Cheers.
Of course.
Anyway,
Yes.
so, Tide and Cold Song. One-eyed bastard. Before he was hired on as a worker for the Hammerblood Guild, he was a soldier. Soldier working as city guard under hire of the patricians here in the city. Trying to protect it from bandits a couple years back. Now, if he was trying to get out of town with his ill-gotten gains, then he'd probably head over to them to get some protection from the Wrath of Hammerblood. Now, I can't arrange a meeting with old Keenblood himself. Let me write that down for you, because you know how dwarf names are. With old Hjelgarm Keenblood himself. But, if you want one of those, I'd recommend talking to either Keenblood's hired sword, Sir Garmer, or his brother, the Holy Man.
Just the Holy Man?
He's got a name. It'll come to me. Like Harmond Keenblood or something.
Okay. Armand Key. And how would these guys relate to him? Sorry.
Sir Garmer is his hired sword. Harmon's his brother.
Okay. You know this, right? This might sound a bit weird, but one-eyed is in like eye patch, or
That's just the name I heard.
okay. Is there anything else you might know of him?
Never met the guy personally. I just keep up with rumors around here. You know how it is. As a sellsword, you look for work wherever you can.
And you really think he stole the mold?
That's what everyone says.
Okay. Thank you. That's quite a lot, actually.
It's not much. People who live in the city probably know more.
I get you. Tell you what, would you like another drink?
No. Moderation.
Oh.
What have I been saying?
Oh. If you said that, I completely missed it.
I said it like 3 times!
Okay. Well, I'm glad you like this drink. Oh man, sure it's getting hot in here, isn't it?
Yeah. One thing I did hear. I hear he always smells like sulfur. The 9 hells walk with him.
I see. Or I smell, in this case.
Well, I hope you don't, because that would mean he's in here.
Is that what the 9 hells smells like? Sulfur?
I've never been. I wouldn't know.
I've never been either. I mean, at least I hope I've never been. That'd be really weird. Anyway, well, thank you. Just awkwardly drinks the rest of the drink.
Cheers.
Cheers. This is really weird. What a nice guy, though.
Yeah.
Guess while Nyx is doing that, I'm gonna approach the stinky orc.
Alright. You, head over towards the stinky orc. He, looks you over, gives a a weary, shaky smile.
Hello.
Howdy.
It's lovely weather, isn't it?
It is. Is he speaking in Thieves' Cant?
Not currently.
Okay. Just because that's like, So, you new around here?
Oh, no. I work here and there. Well, frankly, I've been stuck here for quite some time, economy being what it is.
He then starts speaking in Thieves' Cant. Usually move about the tunnels where it's cooler.
I'll respond in such. Wasn't aware there was such a good network in town.
Oh, a decent one. Anything that you want below board usually has to go through the tunnels.
Makes sense, makes sense. So, could I buy you a drink?
Oh, yes, certainly, that would be nice. You can buy one for Avar. And he starts muttering, Avar the...
Avar the what?
Oh, you know, Avar the...
Gotcha. Well, Avar. I was curious. What have you heard recently about the goings-on here in town?
Oh, well, you know, I've heard there was a big theft. He switches to Thieves' Cant. Bigger than the ones I usually can pull off. Goes back to common. Old cold song. The one-eyed hell-spawned bastard. Stole a blast hammer mold right from under the nose of old Hammerblood.
Yeah, that's what I've heard. Pretty amazing heist, honestly.
Would love to know how he pulled it off, honestly. If I could do something like that, I could get out of town.
No kidding.
But what about you? Have you had any luck finding any scores like that, or?
Not recently. Not since coming to Kagladar, at least.
I understand that. I've been picking what pockets I can, but you know it's hard to get at the real rich ones in there. Sometimes literal ivory towers.
Oh, no kidding. Especially with all the other crime going on, eyes are absolutely everywhere recently.
It's been quite difficult. Been getting a little bit better though. I heard they got both the Kagladar killer and the potion poisoner.
Yeah, they have.
Maybe that'll make the guards look to be a little more lenient, less paranoid. Especially that one over there. He points to the guard that was previously pointed out by a kobold.
Oh, anything particular about that one?
Well, sometimes she's a good guard, other times she'll shake you down for what money you have to, fund the Kagladar guard to make sure that law and order works as it does.
Gotcha. Well, sounds like we best stay out of trouble, shouldn't we?
We might, stay out of trouble. Would hate to think what kind of trouble they'd get me into, let alone the hell-spawned one-eyed bastard.
No kidding. So, has he pulled off many other good heists before, or is he new on the scene?
This is his first crime that's really gotten attention, but I've heard through a little bit of scuttlebug. He turned old Miss Rutabaga into a kobold.
turned Miss Rutabaga into a kobold?
I used some dark magic or something of the like.
Interesting. That's definitely news to me. It definitely makes me want to make sure I steer clear of him.
Aye. That you should. He'll curse you heavily. Now I'm not saying more than this, of course. Not unless there was more in it for me, but, I think I narrowly avoided him the other night.
Oh?
I, saw him in the street as I was, making my usual rounds back to the tunnels.
Interesting. So, and mixing this in with Thieves' Cant, how many drinks we talking?
He switched to Thieves' Cant as well. Well, I'm already taking a risk sharing that information, because, the old saying, snitches get stitches.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. I'll tell you what I know, if and only if I get enough money to get myself out of town, start a new life somewhere, maybe meet up with me sister. 125 gold should do it.
125 gold. I'm quickly going to ping. Who are the rich members of the party?
Tyke.
Tig!
Was afraid of that.
Yeah.
Hi.
Zidane. Yeah, Zidane is definitely the richest of the party right now.
Yeah, I was gonna say, y'all forget the kid is the rich boy right now.
Yeah, I'm gonna ping just because I set it up and it's useful. Everyone that's here, so Nick, Trill, Zidane. Hey, any of you guys got some money? I need to loosen some lips.
How much you need?
125.
1 minute.
I'm sorry, I need to budget a bit. The rest of mine's on my loan.
Yeah, that's fair.
I say buying drinks.
Oh, wait, you keep rolling threes for how many hours Second
Yeah.
Quartz has?
It's like it's always
3 hours, no more, no less.
It's always three. Three! Take it or leave it!
All right. After a couple minutes, after like a minute or so, I come over with a small bag of gold, all 125 coins accounted for.
All right.
I think you'll find this sufficient.
All right. So, Avar takes the bag, without even opening it, runs his fingers across it, around in a circle, then down at the bottom, up at the top. Seems about enough. Thank you kindly. So, I was out making me usual rounds, and passing by through the dark right before I got to the tunnels, I saw the bastard in the streets. Looked pretty beat to hell, all things considered. Holding something really tight under his robes. I didn't want to go try and take it from him, even though he looked injured, because, the dark magics and whatnot. But, shortly afterwards, the holy man of Father Death's vault, Harmon Keenblood, pardon me, just need a drink. Harmon Keenblood found him, wrapped a little cloak around him, wrapped an arm around him, took him off to get healed, I presume.
Interesting. You'd think with someone as powerful as that, you wouldn't necessarily need the help of a holy man, but yes, we all need our friends in high Places.
That you do. Lucky it was the holy man that found him. He'd He'd help just about anybody, no matter how vile and despicable.
Good to know. Well, Avar, I thank you very much for the help.
And I thank you very much for yours. I'll be leaving tonight. Hopefully I'll meet up with my sister Mills sometime soon.
I genuinely wish you the best in that travel.
Cheers. He raises a glass,
Cheers.
chugs from it.
Cheers. And then I'll head back to the table.
All right. That's 2 down.
Yep. Oh, sorry, just trying to make sure that I got everything that I needed to written in the notes.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Welcome to the investigation episode.
I genuinely don't know how Atlas keeps up with this. Like, oh my god.
They got magic hands.
No kidding.
I just
Atlas
have
fingers go into maximum overdrive.
Nah, I just have notes in it that say re-listen to the stream.
True.
Okay, well, I'm having a merry time with Zor, but if you want me to come back and speak to anyone else, I can.
Well, the two of us probably finish up roughly around the same time,
Yeah.
so. Alright,
Okay.
Thank you very much for the assist there, Zidane.
Not a problem.
Comes back. I'm having a merry little time. I made a new friend.
I just helped a fugitive escape town.
Well done.
Oh.
Well done. Yeah,
Thumbs up.
yeah. Barcott nods in approval. I'm not hunting him. He's not my problem.
Same, honestly.
So
What'd you
we've
find
got-
out?
That apparently we might have a lead on where Cold Song might have run off to, or who he might have run off to at least. Ran into this holy man, Harmon Keenblood, or something like that.
Oh, yeah. We heard about him.
Oh. That is quite handy.
Turns out the Keenbloods have like a family thing going on here.
Do you know where they are?
Fuck. This is what I get for multitasking with notes.
On the notes for yours, I did not catch anything about saying where the Keenbloods were.
No.
Just
Wasn't
that he
mentioned.
would like, yeah.
No, I don't know.
Interesting.
But they have a
Well,
link.
They have a what?
They have a link to Cold Song.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, we heard. We heard about either him or apparently the Chief Keenblood's chosen warrior or chosen sword, a guy named Sir Garmer.
Cigar.
well, our beardless dwarven friend over there is still here, so we could go see what he knows. And then there's also the guard, who is apparently a very, very fickle mistress.
Oh, so.
Well, at least according to my unsightly friend. Sometimes she will look the other way on things, and sometimes she'll shake you down for everything you've got.
Ooh. Should be careful with that.
Yes.
Okay, well, if we're gonna speak to the fancy guy, I'd be very comfortable if someone else would do it because you know me. I can make a goof of myself. I've had a drink. I've had 2 drinks, actually. I don't want to mess anything up with establishment.
This is
No.
fair.
Yeah. Shall we see if we can invite him over to our table?
Sure.
I don't see why not.
All right. You contact the kobold waitstaff. I'm assuming order a drink for the well-dressed beardless dwarf, and
Yes.
with the message that hey, it's from that table over there. They'd like to meet up with you. A couple minutes later, drink gets delivered. The dwarf looks over at your two tables crammed together, rolls his eyes, gets up from his table, walks over. Make this quick. I'm not usually in the business of dealing with rat killers and murderers, so...
Yet you're at this bar.
Happy hour is
Interesting.
cheap.
But we've never killed a rat in
Understandable.
our lives.
Doubtful. You all have the look of adventurers, that's what you do, yes? Go into basements, kill rats, go around the world killing people, taking their things, yes?
No,
That's not
but-
what I do.
No.
Typically we do things more along the lines of tracking down the murderous cannibalistic gnolls that have been in town killing people, or taking care of the mysteriously poisoned potions that have been cropping up in town.
Oh joy. I get the holier-than-thou ones. He takes out a pipe, lights it up, starts smoking. Like I said, make it fast. What do you want?
Right, I don't suppose you know anything about this, hammer mold thing? I've got the name of it.
Blast hammer mold?
Blast hammer.
mold.
Blast hammer mold, yeah.
Blast hammer mold.
That's the one.
Perhaps.
Perhaps, perhaps not. That's how everyone's opinions on the matter are.
Would you
If you'd
like
like to-
something for this info?
Well, perhaps I would. You, see, or rather smell, the disgusting orc over by the wall?
What, that guy?
Mhm.
Yes, him. He owes me 50 gold pieces.
Oh, gee. Okay.
Oh my god.
He thinks he can gamble away my generosity and then not repay me. Rather rude. Secure my dues with interest and I'll tell you what you need to know.
How much interest?
However much he has on him.
Okay.
Hmm.
Yeah, we could try that.
And if we just paid you the 50 gold ourselves?
It's not about the gold, it's about the fact that I lent it to him and he won't give me back.
It is a fair deal, Nizip.
No, understandable.
All right, who's the best negotiator?
I'll go.
Nice.
Don't
Wait,
worry.
I worry when you crack your knuckles. You gonna beat him up?
I say mentally to Nyx, I'm going to make a show of it so he thinks he's getting what he wants.
Oh, good luck.
You got this.
I will walk back over to Avar.
I love the idea that everyone's just sort of like leaning on the table, just like excited.
Everyone's just leaning over excited. Oh boy, we're gonna see an orc get beaten up.
So I walk over to the table. Hey, Avar.
Hello again.
So, real quickly, some of that gold that you needed to get out of town, that involved repaying that gentleman over there, correct?
He looks to the side, looks back. Maybe?
Well, you know that we work in the business of getting information, and he needs his money back. I'm going to weave in Thieves' Cant, pocket as much of what you have in the sack, and leave as close to 50 gold as you can.
All right. Avar nods slowly. Says in common, I'm trying to get the money. It's it's been rough lately. I swore I would pay him back, and I'm still going to. He says as he moves the sack to his side, starts slowly untying it, pouring coins into his pocket.
Well, waiting to pay him isn't going to work for me because I need you to pay him now. And I will make a psychic dagger in my hands. So hand over whatever it is that you have, and we'll call it square.
Yeah. Roll performance check for me, please.
Oh, they're fighting.
Any chance I could do deception?
All out.
Ooh. Ooh.
11.
Well, since I'm pretty certain that's going to be a failure, I'm going to use one of my side-bolstered knacks, since I'm proficient in deception.
No.
God damn it!
Oh my god!
Oh,
Damn.
wow.
That is most unfortunate.
Man, what I wouldn't give for a bardic inspiration right about now.
You see Tig move of their own volition, almost as if they're being controlled by a being far beyond space and time.
Is it a D6 or D8 at our level?
Tig has 3 levels in Bard, so I believe it is D6.
Mother!
Oh my
Oh my god.
Oh.
Who wants to go gambling again?
13
no,
was
it's
the
13.
DC, but it's very, very funny to get all these ones in a row.
Wow.
All right. So, you managed to put on a good enough performance, assisted by Avar throwing up one hand and looking like he's in fear, and he's like, "No, okay. I am moving my hand toward my pocket, and I'm going to pull out my coin purse. That's it, okay?"
Okay.
All right. Avar pulls out his satchel, holds out the gold piece. Just take it. It's what I have, okay? It's all I could get. It should be enough, okay?
Thank you very much.
All right.
Pleasure doing business with you.
You as well.
And then I'll say, weave in Thieves' Cant, get out of town as fast as you can.
Gotta try.
And I'll walk back over. All right. I believe this should fill what you needed.
He opens the pouch, pours it out on the table, starts counting. Looks like rat catchers are good for something. I would have
We
preferred.
try.
I would have preferred a little bit more roughness, but I'll get what I can. So,
We're in a public space. I don't need to shed any blood in this fine establishment.
at least there's some class among you. Now then, you wanted to hear about the one-eyed hell-spawned godless bastard, yes?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Right. Well, there's an up-jumped knight in the service of Lord Hjalgam Keenblood. Sir Garmer Mightbelt, I believe his name is.
Mightbelt.
Yeah. He meets with unsavory folk in this tavern here. He's always in disguise and thinks he's being discreet, but I see him. I see everyone. He met with your thief just the other evening, a few tables over from here. Yeah, and And also, while we're discussing information like genuinely classy people, the shopkeeper, Thaldera Hardhand, she runs a general store in this part of town, the Careful Traveler. My informants tell me she's just booked an interesting contract, sold a great deal of iron to some mysterious buyer.
Interesting.
Okay. Mysterious how?
Well, they didn't meet up in person to deliver it. I, of course, have no idea who came in to pick it up. I just know it was shipped out, and it seems rather suspicious timing given the theft of a blast hammer mold.
Can't disagree with you there.
Right.
Well, thank you for the information, and it was a pleasure doing business with you.
I know it was. Goodbye, Ratcatchers. He gets up from the table and goes back to his own.
Goodbye. He was a person.
In my head, you hear Nizip call him something derogatory for a beardless dwarf.
Zip.
All right, I know he wasn't like the nicest, but like,
What? It's not wrong.
My mom is a beardless dwarf.
Well, your mother is a lovely lady.
Your mother is a
you.
classy lady!
Well, at least we got a little something. What do you think he means by works in the skies?
Did he say works in the skies or works in
Disguise.
Disguise. Oh,
Disguise.
sorry. I've had a
I
couple
was like-
drinks. Disguise. That makes sense. Man, I wish I could go in disguise.
Well,
Anyways. I
do
believe
we...
it's just the dwarven guard then.
Yep, do we want to approach her and see if she might be willing to give us some information?
Sure. What could possibly go wrong? We're on a good streak right now.
Yeah.
I love Nyx. I don't want to embarrass myself now. Let's talk to everybody.
Whee!
what a couple drinks will do to you.
Yep.
Alright. You approach the guard woman as she has made the rounds across several tables, pocketed a couple of gold and silver pieces, and is like, "Thank you so much for your generous contribution." And as she turns to move to another table, she sees you approaching. Is like, "The gang of weirdos, right?"
That's
what
one
they
name
call
for
us.
You are staying out of trouble, aren't you?
Of course.
We're doing our best to.
Good, because if you weren't, I'd have to investigate you and bring down the long arm of the law.
Oh goodness,
Well, of
we'd never think of
course.
causing trouble.
Of course, of course.
We were wondering if we could ask you something though, super quick.
I'm still technically off duty, so... yeah, ask away. I'll do what I can. Always a pleasure to help visitors and citizens.
Thank you. Well, when we came here for a innocuous and normal drinking session, we couldn't help but hear about a mold of some kind.
Aye, the blast hammer mold. We're looking for it. Old Hammerblood wants us looking day and night for it. No sleep, no eat till he gets it. But, that's not happening. He doesn't run the guard.
Oh,
This is true.
yeah. How long ago did it go missing?
Couple days at the most. 2, maybe 3 if he was really stealthy.
Oh, well, I hope they haven't been making you work overtime too much.
You know, overtime does have its benefits. More pay and all that.
Oh,
Of course.
I wouldn't know. I've never really had a job.
Ah, vagrant. I see.
Well, no, not vagrant. I'm just paid in hugs.
They come
Deviant
from
vagrant, I see.
yeah, don't think too hard about it. They come from a very sheltered family.
Fair. Got me eye on you.
Okay, sorry. Goes back to drinking.
Before we leave, I will be like, well, thank you for keeping an eye on us as always, and here,
of course.
a donation for the guard, as I give her 2 silver pieces.
Mm-hmm. You hand over 2 silver pieces. She grasps your hand, leans in. You lot are looking for the bastard, aren't you?
What gave it away?
Talking to a whole bunch of other people who know where the bastard might have been, or who he might have talked to.
Someone's got to track him down.
Aye. And you know, I'm a little bit busy.
Clearly.
Yeah.
But, you've got healers with you, yes?
Yes, we do.
Good. See, the money's nice and all, but I was wondering if a favor might be more up your alley.
Depends on what you need.
She heads over to a quieter part and starts whispering. Right, so the fund for supporting the Kagladar guards, not technically a lie. It's supporting me in the way that I am supporting me mother.
Okay.
She's real sick. Something called the shrieks, the doctor said. I've been getting her medication from, little bonuses I earn here and there, but it gets expensive.
Can imagine it would.
If your healers know some way to cure her, everything I know is yours.
Well, I don't necessarily know that our healers will be able to help exactly, but I'm sure both of them would be more than willing to take a look and see if it is within their powers, at least.
Well, thank you kindly. Right, gang of weirdos, you're coming with me. Routine inspection for the guard. Thank you.
But I didn't finish my drink.
You can leave it.
Okay.
I'll ping to the 3 of you. She needs help, just keeping face.
Okay.
Ah.
Oh, alas! I'll never know the sweet comfort of orange juice ever again. Oh!
Stop being a drama monarch.
I'm sorry.
Come on, Nix.
All right.
Okay. Downs the
You
tree.
say so.
Back to the drunk tank I go, says Elena. Yeah.
I'll walk out.
All right. You walk out and are led through the alleys of the slums over to some tenement buildings, up some stairs on the outside, and as you get to the 3rd floor, you can hear some shrill, pained screaming coming from one of the little block buildings. Right, she's in there, says the guard, as she pulls out a key, unlocks the door. You peer inside, and sprawled out on a little couch bed is an elderly dwarven woman looking very sweaty, very ragged looking, screaming her head off.
Oh.
Okay,
Would I know what this is?
Reed.
Yeah. Medicine check with advantage, since Nizip, I think, would have pinged you that she said it was the shrieks.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like I will convey the information and just go,
Let's fucking go.
Trill, Reed, any ideas?
Alright, the birds come up with their heads together. Trill, you've heard of this. It's a relatively common disease. It's airborne in nature, not super contagious, but very, very hard to treat with to cure with conventional medicine. There is treatment for it to lessen the symptoms. But basically, it causes random jolts of pain throughout the body that cause involuntary screaming that does not stop for up to hours at a time. Luckily, because it is so common, most magical treatments work well to get rid of it. Zaried offers up, I think it's the shrieks.
Oh yes, yes. You said most magical, like, so any like cure magic or
Yeah,
anything
like
would
lesser
kinda help?
restoration, lay on hands, anything that works at curing diseases is gonna get the shrieks out.
Okay. I work together with Zarid, and I assume we both kind of
Yep.
like help with like a lesser restoration or restoration
Yeah.
type dealio.
Zarid applies some ointments and herbal medication to various areas of the body to help with like swelling and heat. As you go over, put your hand to her forehead and channel divine magic through lesser restoration. And shortly afterwards, the old dwarven woman takes in a deep, deep breath, exhales calmly, and falls asleep immediately.
Oh,
Yeah, understandable.
She's earned that, let me tell you, says the guard.
I bet.
She needs that rest.
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Make sure she stays hydrated, says Zarid, peeking up from behind you. Right. Well, didn't see the bastard directly, but I did see something pretty suspicious the other night. I purchased my medication over at, what was it, she tries to remember the name. I purchased my medication from Thaldara Hardhand over at the Careful Traveler, and when I was there was this peculiar encounter I noticed in the back of the shop. Some folk I recognized as bandits from out of town were out in the back talking to her, making a purchase of, talking about a really big quantity of iron, like more than anyone that's not a company would need. Asking, about the quality, wanted to know if it was good for defense or good enough for travel, whatever that meant. Could be nothing, could be something.
Interesting.
Definitely something
Well.
worth checking out. Thank you.
Yep,
Hey, you're welcome.
we appreciate the help, and I'm glad we were able to help.
Thank you very much. She and I are gonna get some good sleep tonight.
I believe that.
Oh goodness, I hope so.
Yes.
In the meantime, as per usual, cause no trouble.
Don't plan on it.
Yep.
All right.
Real quick, what was Thaldora's shop called?
Yes, let me write it down. The Careful Traveler.
Careful Traveler, thank you. Lovely.
All right. All right. And so heading out, you now have 3 more leads that might have had more direct contact with the bastard.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right.
We shall follow up on them after break, because I need some hydration.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll see you all in a little bit. Don't go anywhere. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Welcome back to D6 Tricks Legend of the Wildlands. We've been doing some investigating. Soon, we will find the bastard. The one-eyed, godless, hell-spawned bastard. Alright, so leads you have are for Harmond Keenblood, Sir Garmer Mightbelt, and Thaldara Hardhand.
We could probably find Thaldara the easiest.
Yeah. Just go to a store.
Yeah. Yeah, it's in the slums. She's easily the closest.
Yeah.
Let's go.
All right. You head out of the alleyways and into more of the wide open streets of the slums until you find a pretty large storefront there, with peeling paint and other signs of it hasn't been maintained or repaired in a while, saying, "This is the store you're looking for. This is the Careful Traveler."
Oh, lovely.
All right. So, stepping inside, there is a middle-aged dwarven woman in a pretty nice dress, all things considered, for being in the slums in there, who looks up as you enter, gives you a smile and a wave. Hello, welcome, dearies. Take your time looking around. Let me know if you have any questions about the wares I have for sale.
Thank you very much, I say in Dwarvish.
Oh, you're quite welcome, she says back in Dwarvish.
What wares does she have?
She has these wares.
Oh.
Ooh. Oh, basic stuff.
Oh,
Sorry, is that a picture of a bow, a bone for a crowbar?
I was gonna say.
It shows some very weird default icons for a crowbar.
Oh, yeah.
I regret to inform you, it's not a bone, it's a candle.
Oh, sure.
It's a
Amazing.
freaking candle.
That makes even less sense.
Oh.
That makes even less sense for a crowbar.
Genuine
Anyway.
crowbar made of real wax.
Was there one of the other squishies who was looking for studded leather?
Ooh,
Uh,
I may have voiced interest.
Like, I thought there was someone other than me who had been looking for studded leather. They have studded leather. Don't know if we can
Yeah.
afford it right now since we're in debt, but
Hang on.
If you're proficient
If
in
you're
light
proficient-
armor, you're proficient in studded leather.
Yes.
yeah, studded leather is the highest that anyone with light armor can do.
yeah, yeah, I'm
Hmm.
squishy.
Who needs
Um,
it?
Take it if you need it. Here's the thing: as much as I could improve my armor, I'm a long distance fighter, so I don't get hit often.
Yeah, it's not as important for
Yeah.
if you're staying in the back.
yeah,
Just
well, Trill will try to keep distance, but sometimes doesn't always happen that way.
yeah, I'd like our backline fighters to still be prepared so we don't run into another Dowgoose situation.
Please.
Too soon.
However, Tig is holding most of my money.
So, I would be happily able to buy both set of leathers if anybody needs it. I do have the money.
I mean, I have the money, I'm just not holding it.
I am holding my money, so if you want to buy it, I can pay for it, and when Ty comes back with money, we can swap.
Yeah, we could do a little
swap them around.
switcheroo.
We could do a little switcheroo.
Yeah, if you don't mind.
Not at all.
Thank you.
And let's see how
Aw.
Sling.
This shop has the patched infinite money glitch.
Please let me purchase. There we go.
All right. You hand over the gold and get a suit of studded leather. Thank you kindly, dearie.
Now, can I send this to Trill?
If you cannot, I can. Oh wait,
Let's see if
actually,
I
click on the ellipsis to the right of whatever you want to send, and it should say send to player.
Ooh,
Oh.
that's fancy.
Oh, that's cool. That's really nice.
Fancy.
I
Wow,
searched-
Zidane is sending you one stud and leather or parentheses S. Do you accept? Deny. No.
Let's go.
Let's go!
That is very nice.
I finally found a module that doesn't crash and does that!
Wow.
Yay!
Thinking, if we want to go into this conversation quite naturally, we could ask, does she sell like separate materials? Ooh, that sounded nice.
Hmm.
Bloody hell, how expensive is the hourglass?
Pretty expensive.
Why?
What's it made out of gold?
The sand is apparently.
Sure. A jug of I love how it says jug or pitcher.
Jug or pitcher.
Or pitcher.
It magically becomes one or the other whenever you buy it.
Forget the hourglass. What the heck is with that or the hourglass? What the heck is with a magnifying glass?
Is it magnifying glass?
Yeah.
300.
What?
Yeah.
Bloody hell.
Low tech, not able
My
to
glass is worse.
mass
Ooh.
made.
Spyglass. 3,000?
Yeah, do you realize how intricate that is to make?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
I mean, fair.
With 3,000.
With Renaissance era tech.
Okay.
Fair.
Alright, do we want to ask about materials then?
Sip.
Thank you.
Sorry.
It's okay. Well, sorry, Miss, Hardhand, right?
Aye, a hard hand. Thought that a hard hand. Happy to serve you.
Thank you. I was just wondering, do you sell separate materials by any chance?
Aye, sometimes when I have them in supply. Why, are you looking
Great.
for something in particular?
I mean, I'm trying to think. Is iron on the docket?
Ooh, that is unfortunate. I just sold damn near me entire stock the other day. Have to wait for another
Oh.
shipment to come in.
Well, that's okay.
All of it? Man, someone must have been making something real big.
Aye, apparently.
Yeah.
Like a spyglass.
See, you need glass for that, is the thing.
Oh.
Iron to make the main portion of it, though.
Any idea what someone would need with that much iron?
Well, I try not to give away all that much about me customers. I mean, you know, situation being as it is and all.
Oh, and which situation is that?
Situation?
Well, I was about to say you know me, but we just met today, so I'll let you know something about me. I'm a nice girl. All I really want is a quiet dinner at home and a tidy storefront in the morning. Simple, yeah?
I get it.
Understandable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, but the thing is, recently, this storefront is not quite so tidy when I come back to it. Now, I suspect that no-good rat bastard Tormil Tazahim Jr. is sending thieves to my store. Can you believe it? My store, of all places.
How rude.
Exactly. Now, I've reported it, but the guards said they'll do what they can, and there's been no reports, because, you know, I can't prove it was him.
Well, what if someone was able to help you acquire said proof?
Well, if said proof were available, then, then I might engage in a little bit of speculation as to what someone would want with that much iron.
So,
Yeah.
you typically close up shop.
Shortly, actually, in about 10 minutes or so.
And so, shop's completely unattended for a good 8 hours?
I lock it up, bar the windows, but other than that, no, I don't have any hired security.
Okay.
Well.
If we just so happen to come across any information or evidence, we might let you know.
Oh, that would be most kind of you, sweethearts.
Of course.
Just,
Always willing to help.
of course, just be careful while you're out there. I hear the streets are being stalked by, Cold Song, the cruel, one-eyed, hellspawned, godless bastard.
Huh.
Yeah, sounds like he's been everywhere recently.
Every time we've heard his name, somebody adds an extra, name to him.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
That's weird. I hear he drinks the blood of virgins and has made dark deals with evil gods.
What the fuck?
Mhm.
I'm
Yep.
just saying, all the more reason to stay away from him.
Oh.
Don't disagree.
We're all virgins here,
Right,
right?
these stories are all
Speak for
escalating really
yourself,
quickly.
Zelena.
Oh, wait. Oh, Swift, you're safe!
Hell yeah!
Ah, yes, the one who you can't milk blood from.
Well, you can, but she'd be like a little shock.
I mean,
No, she poofs away when you kill her.
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
Damn.
Sometimes there's a little, splat of green, but that's about it.
Green?
Yeah, they have
Oh.
green blood.
I don't
Looks
know
of
if I'm-
wrists.
I don't know if I'm grateful or upset that Squonk didn't explode into green.
It was more like oil and hydraulic fluid, essentially.
What
Mm.
color did the nilbug bleed?
The nil blog. Let me double check what. The nil blog. This is my nil blog. I've got opinions and I'm gonna share them, summoner.
The Nilbog's Tumblr.
All right.
Let's mass report.
Nil blog bleeds red.
Right, okay. Did you have notes on that?
One of the modules that manages blood splatters changes color based on what type of creature you are, like humanoid, construct, fae, plant.
Oh.
Nilbog is humanoid, so Nilbog bleeds red.
Oh, I get ya. Oh, I get it. That makes sense. Okay. Well, okay, so drinks virgin blood. Ew.
Yeah.
And
Turned Miss Rutabaga into a kobold.
Yeah, and the kobold thing.
Yeah. Smells like
This is really
sulfur.
weird. Smells like sulfur, yeah.
Yeah.
This is really weird, but yeah, we'll be careful. 100%.
I think you've got just about everything I know about Cold Song, the cruel, one-eyed, hellspawned, godless bastard.
Yep. We'll definitely make sure we keep an eye out.
Yeah. I think we would have heard about this dude before.
Well, see, the Kagladar killer was taking up most of the rumor mill space until 3 days ago, and then he showed up, and now he's the talk of the town because they're bored.
Yeah.
See,
Yeah,
they
so what's
don't
gonna
have the
happen
potion
after this
poisoner,
dude?
and they don't have the Kagladar killer. So now they have Cold Song, the cruel, one-eyed, hellspawned, godless bastard.
The city always delivers on something.
Hopefully, we'll take care of that, and then the rumor mill will be about us, and then we can leave.
Yeah.
I don't know if I want this city talking about
Yeah.
me, honestly.
I hear they travel with the child of the goddess of lightning, who drinks piss water and craps thunder.
Oh my god.
Now that's a story.
Well, I think we should head back to our place of rest, get a little bit of rest, because it sounds like we might be doing a stakeout tonight.
Yeah.
It sure do sound like that.
Sorry, I can't get over the virgin blood thing. Yeah, let's just go sleep and just forget. Not forget, but oh, I wish I could forget.
No, don't forget it, Nix. You need to make sure that you're hyper aware of the fact that you are a target.
That doesn't help.
Sure it does. If you know you're a target, your senses are heightened.
Oh,
Yeah, you can be paranoid.
I didn't think of it like that. Okay, I'll be paranoid.
Perfect. This will be really funny.
Just
Great.
be alert.
Yeah, I'll look over my shoulder every second. What was that?
All right.
Alright, yeah. Let's head back.
You head back into the Eastern Market as the sun sets, and finally it's not so fucking hot!
Whew.
And as you head back into the inn and get back to your rooms, the innkeeper nods at you and says, you be careful next time you're out and about. I hear that Cold Song, the tri-horned, one-eyed, cruel, godless, hell-spawned bastard is out there.
Oh my god.
Try-hard?
Tri-horned.
Oh, try-horn.
Trihorn.
Oh, he's
Okay,
got
well,
3 horns?
Yeah, 3 horns
Alright.
like one of the beasts of the Wildlands.
What?
okay, so at least I know he's not related to that now.
He's just gonna be like this normal guy when we see him.
Oh,
Yeah,
absolutely.
it's just gonna be some dude.
Yeah, I hear he lost that eye in a knife fight with a baboon.
Of course he did. Of course he did. Well, thanks for the warning.
Yep.
I'm just gonna go to bed.
All right. You head off to bed. Are you doing a stakeout tonight?
Yes.
Or are you... Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
We're gonna sleep a little bit beforehand and then go and stake out.
Cool. All right. So, you get a little bit of rest, not enough for long rest at this point, but enough to give you the energy to head back out into the slums at around midnight and assume some stakeout positions around the Careful Traveler General Store.
We got Pass Without Trace.
I sure do.
Oh boy.
Oh boy. Where did it go? Oh, there it is.
God damn!
Oh my god!
Oh.
Oh, that's not good.
Let's see, does that count as a failure?
Yes. All right. So,
Could I silvery bobs that?
you can still rebarbs that, but who are you targeting with a disadvantage?
Oh, true. Fuck, never mind. Right, still.
So in the Gilbert and Sullivan opera, The Pirates of Penzance, there's a song called With Cat-Like Tread, where the pirates are sneaking over to the Major General's mansion to do some burglary. It is by far the loudest song in the musical, and it's been joked, if the parking lot in the next county can't hear With Cat-Like Tread, then you're doing it wrong. So, yeah, funnily enough, the Major General does not hear them doing With Cat-Like Tread, but so I'm imagining, with the benefit of magical Pass Without Trace, Nisip is just sneaking around very noisily. Come, friends, who plow the sea, truce to navigation, take another station!
Honey,
Such a-
why?
Well, let's see, with my side bolstered knack, that's a 28.
Yep. So,
Surely.
I'm gonna say because it's so freaking high, you just hear this very loud music playing as you're sneaking.
Can I? You know, that is a big but I do have an alternative worst case scenario. I do have silence. Should I? Can I?
You might, and you're feeling the urge to do a can along with the music. It's very catchy. All right, so you very loudly sneak over to the general store, and assume some positions like in streets nearby. Those who can fly or climb easily get up to the rooftops. So that is going to be Zerid, Trill, and Barkat at least going up there.
Uppies.
Uppies.
Puppies.
Dario takes position in a side alley towards the front of the store, so that he can leap out and go woof 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 whenever he detects anything.
Yay.
Because that's what guard dogs do. And yeah, everyone's passive perception is high enough to notice that about 30 minutes into the stakeout, you see a couple of hunched over humanoid figures whispering to each other in hushed tones and thieves' cant, approaching the door of the general store.
I watch intently.
All right. So, three of them immediately stand up, start engaging in loud conversation, arranging each other real close, so they're in like a little fan pattern around the fourth, who is over by the door. And Zidane and Trill, your passive perception's the highest. You see he is picking the lock.
Do we have a psychic connection
Yes.
established? I iterate what's happening. It's like, okay, he's picking the lock. I could stop them if that's what we're going for, but like,
Let them go in.
let them go in. Okay.
All right.
Hey, we got 5 hours this time.
5! It's not a 3!
Heck yeah.
Okay. The door clicks open, and they gently push it open, putting some stray bits of cotton along the bottom of the door so it doesn't creak or make any noise. And sidle inside, along with two of the other people who are engaged in conversation. The other one walks over to the side of the door, leans up against the wall, pulls out a pipe, starts smoking, pulls out a flask in his other hand, starts drinking.
So one person is staying outside?
Yes. They got one person outside and 3 inside.
Okay.
How's about someone... How far away would we be from letting the guards know that this place is being broken into?
If you make a loud enough noise, they can be here in minutes.
But then we don't want to scare them off.
Yeah, Okay, so since we have psychic, what I'm thinking is take down the guard and re-engage the lock on the door.
Or we could send
Do you
Swift to
think-
get a guard. Whether they
I'll-
believe her is another story.
So, Silence has a 20-foot radius. If we can find a way to put it on them, but still being far enough, we can make enough noise that we can grab the guards, but they cannot hear.
Oh. Ooh.
If we want to...
Well, that's not bad. If you can do it and it affects them, yeah.
As long as we're just outside that radius, we will not be effective, but they will be.
Yeah.
Okay. Does silence work? Because I know I think they won't be able to make any noise, or like they won't be able to hear us.
So, the way I believe silence works is anyone in the bubble cannot hear.
Okay.
They are They are they are deafened while inside of it, while inside their
Okay.
radius. Which might also be a problem considering they're discussing things and they are pretty loud. Actually,
It's thieves' cant, so even if they notice, they can
True.
still like communicate with just their hands.
Well, Thieves' Cant is a mix of
Yeah.
you're slipping it into normal conversation.
So maybe catch them in a moment where it sounds like they're quiet and then use it, because then they might just not notice.
Might be good.
We just time it right, and then as soon as it cast it, we make the noise.
Mm-hmm.
It's worth a shot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How about it?
Right?
I got it.
No.
All right.
Sleep.
Yeah, go for it. All right.
Apparently, I do need to put it on the thing. So for now,
Does
Put it
anyone
there
have?
right now.
Does anyone have thaumaturgy, by the way?
Have what?
Thaumaturgy.
thaumaturgy.
I
I don't.
not.
Ah, damn. Because if we had thaumaturgy, we can like project our voice louder. But if we don't have it, then
All
we
right.
just scrim.
So, with the primal word of power, you chant and point towards the interior of the shop, and then sound just cuts out in that area. I know that you're technically not in the area, but I always like to
Yeah.
indicate silence by cutting the music.
Nice.
Fair.
And then... Ba ba boom.
All right. You roar up to the sky, and a loud burst of sound erupts from you. Shortly afterwards, Dario barks like crazy. Woo! 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 Attracting more and more attention. All right. All right. You can hear some lights turning on and some yelling in Dwarven, but they sound pretty far away.
Okay, so now do I go over and try and lock them in?
Well, isn't one of the
So-
gods standing outside?
Yeah.
Oh, he won't be a problem.
Yeah, looks over at Nisip. Yeah, one guy, he's gonna be fine.
Especially one guy who can't hear it coming.
Mhm.
If you can do it
Right.
quickly,
Yeah.
yeah, go for it.
Do it.
Okay, I'm going to bonus action dash, move over there, and gonna non-lethally stab this guy.
Cool. I'm not gonna question how that works, because if you say non-lethal, I'm just gonna be like, okay. That's a
Just
hit.
stab his knee or something.
And did he see me coming?
Nope. Oh yeah, that's
God.
plenty of damage. You just immediately like rush over and boom, plant a blade in its blunter edge into him with such force and momentum that he is out immediately.
Set him down nice and properly, and then move to lock the door.
All right. So, yeah, Thieves' Tools, go ahead and roll with advantage because locking is a lot easier than unlocking. All right.
Well,
Well,
My God.
19 will do it, though. Click.
Yep.
The door locks back open. I was going to say with an audible click, but that's a lie.
yep, I move back out and motion for Zidane to drop the silence.
I shall, in fact, drop the silence.
Get back here quick!
All right. Yeah, the silence woof, drops down. It is now clear and loud, and woof, there it goes. All right.
Nice.
So you can hear some rummaging and less conversation from inside the store as they go through various cabinets and are taking magnifying glasses and hourglasses, it looks like. Mostly. Not interested in a lot of the more common stuff. Alright. But couple minutes pass, they nod to each other, head for the door, go to open it. It's locked. They look at each other, make some hand signals that are the thieves' cant equivalent of, what the fuck? And the lockpick goes to reopen the door.
Are the guards here yet?
Not yet.
Oh shoot! No, kick the.
In that case, I am going to just outside the entrance. Don't know how to stats using this, but
Yeah, just drop them. Yeah. You open the bag of ball bearings and toss them out in front. The door eventually clicks open. They step outside. I'm gonna go ahead and roll basic dex save against this. So, dex save, normal. I believe 15 does beat the standard dex save for ball
Silvery
bearings.
barbs.
Darn. Silvery barbs.
Oh shoot! Yes. sorry.
Silvery barbs.
I'm doing it.
All right, silvery barbs. Okay, it's disadvantage time. I'm gonna roll again. There we go.
Oh,
Yeah!
hell yeah!
All right, so not only does this man slip on a bunch of ball bearings, he slips and busts ass so hard he clocks his head on the stone floor inside and falls unconscious.
Ooh.
Oh.
Ouch.
Ooh.
Also, Nizip has advantage on whatever they want. So.
Woo.
Woo!
Woo.
The bandits look at each other, try to rouse their buddies. It does not work. They stay there for about a minute and look prepared to go when you hear signal whistles approaching. And the march of several armored feet as armed dwarven guards with spears and hand axes pile into the area, spears pointed towards the general store surrounding the bandits. I rolled the maximum amount of time it would have taken the guards to get there.
Oh,
Oh
damn.
my god.
Alright. The bandits drop their sack of loot, hold their hands up in the air, huddle up back to back against each other, clearly outnumbered.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Oh, yeah. Alright, so one of the guards looks through the stack of loot, nods at the rest, who start handcuffing the others. One particularly burly guard just like hoists the two unconscious ones on his shoulder, carries them over, dumps them onto a cart. The others are escorted towards the cart, manacled to the ends of it, and after a couple minutes, the guards send the cart off, the bandits following, handcuffed to it, presumably heading towards jail.
Does it look like they're sending someone to go inform the owner of the business?
There's still several guards around here canvassing the area. One is instructed to head off, nods, heads out towards some of the housing districts. Others are setting across like a perimeter to make sure people don't cross and contaminate the crime scene.
Cool.
Oh my. Well, foiled another crime.
Is that our cue to try and GTFO?
Yep.
yeah, we should probably
Yes.
get out of here.
Yes! Cause no trouble, motherfuckers!
Nah, we did our job. We can go.
Alright. With the power of Pass Without Trace and its stupid, busted, I love it, plus 10 to stealth,
Yep.
you managed to get out there to the tune of Come, friends who wanna see! A song you recommend looking up with cat-like tread later.
Jesus Christ, sure. Well, that's another victory for us. The, hidden heroes. Yay!
Yeah.
Ow, just bang my fist.
It's better. It's better than Gang of Weirdos, says Elena.
Yeah.
This is true.
That was awesome.
I say let's head home, get some sleep, and then go see what she thinks tomorrow.
Yeah.
All right. You head back and get some sleep. And morning comes. It's another scorcher. It'll likely get to extreme heat later in the day, but in the early morning, it's barely below 100 degrees.
Nice. Better.
Not
Right.
awful.
Yeah, as soon as the shop's open, I say we just head over.
All right.
Oh boy, breakfast is finished!
Oh boy, it's breakfast time!
Oh boy.
All right.
Damn, I can hear that microwave!
You head back over to
Oh,
the slums
whoops.
district.
Sorry.
You head back over to the slums district and get to the general store around opening. You see Thaldara inside, finishing off her breakfast. She looks over at you and waves. Door's open!
Morning!
Good
Ah.
morning.
Good morning!
Morning.
So I was informed in the middle of the night, as I was having a very lovely sleep, that apparently there were in fact thieves that tried breaking into my store and stealing some of my luxury items. Could you believe it?
Oh my goodness.
To
what
think.
a shock.
Yeah. Shock and horror.
Well,
They
glad it's
caught the
finally been-
bandits, right?
Yeah.
Oh, aye, that they did. Apparently, some things went, Home Alone levels of wrong, whatever that means, according to the guard.
I have
Yeah.
no idea what you're talking about, but I'm so glad they got brought to... I don't know why I'm subbing all of a sudden.
Listen,
At
just
least they
because we're in the
got caught.
Southwest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Caglador is having an effect on me.
It's
No.
that sun.
Now, I didn't get all the details, but I expect that I'll hear about them soon once those files become public. And I wouldn't be surprised if Tall Miltazahim Jr. was not a known acquaintance of these gentlemen.
Of course.
Right, so, unfortunately, still no iron for you, dearies. I had a client that had some of his clients order all of it up, as I mentioned yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Fella by the name of Mormeris Sparkling. Let me light that for you.
Mhm.
So, according to his go-betweens, Old Mormeris said he is coming into the possession of something priceless. Now, I don't know what exactly that has to do with vast quantities of iron, but I know the man pretty well. We converse from time to time. He invests in local shops and restaurants and inns and whatnot in the area.
Okay.
If you ever need to,
Interesting.
if you ever need to arrange a meeting with him, you can tell me and I'll see what I can do.
Thank you. Or sparkling. Is he a dwarf as well?
No, he's a tiefling.
Tiefling. Oh, okay.
Interesting.
Head of the Jewelers Guild in the southwestern Sideria.
We've never heard of him, have we?
No, name doesn't ring a bell
Okay.
from your previous investigation.
Would it be worth arranging a meeting?
At the moment, I don't know what we need from him because it's tangentially related that the surplus of iron being bought up at the same time as a rare mold going missing.
That's true, actually.
It's a case of it would be good to see if these two information points do connect, but we don't have any proof they do yet.
You know what? That's valid. Well, we will take you up on that offer if needs be. Thank you for letting us know, though.
Aye, least I can do.
May I ask what, Mars looks like?
Oh, he's very hard to miss. A very flashy dresser.
Flashy dresser.
Head
Okay.
of the Jewelers Guild, that makes sense.
Flashy dresser. Nick just looks at like that nice star ring that they got made for them, and they're just like, oh, do we have to impress them? I mean, I like my ring, but if they're flashy, I don't know if this is a bit too little.
I would say just behave if you ever meet him.
Behave. Okay. Great. Well, maybe it is all innocent, fun, jewelry fun. I don't know. But thank you.
You're welcome, dearie.
Great. So, should we move on to the next lead?
I think that's a good idea.
So, it's the Holy Man or Sagamore. I'd say the Holy Man.
Well, likely finding out what we can from the Keen Bloods in general, since both Sergamore and Harmond are working for Hjalgrim.
Hjalgarn.
Hjalgarm.
Garm. Well, he said the Holy Man's willing to help anybody, so...
This is true.
He'd be probably more generous. Did we find out where he actually is, or would it be easy to guess?
You can ask around.
Then we will do that.
Alright.
I will say goodbye to, Thaldara.
Aldara. Alright. So you say goodbye, she waves you out, finishes off her breakfast, does some more opening up the shop. You do a little bit of asking around where you can find the Holy Man, as he's called. And they say that the Holy Man that you're referring to most likely is in a place known as Vault Oratory in the Foundry District. It is a oratory and altar dedicated to the god Father Death.
Whoa.
Okay.
Damn.
Getting edgy.
The Holy Man. Holy Man of Death. Man, why is it always death?
Because death is inevitable.
Can you please just, like, lighten up? What was it, the Father of Death or something?
Father Death, 2 words, just...
Father Death.
Yeah, Father Death.
Father Death. Well, we have to go in with an optimistic head. Okay? Death is not around the corner today. Well, he is,
yeah.
but not for us. Well, yes for us, but we're not dying. At least I hope we're not
Correct.
dying. We're not going to die today. That's what I'm saying.
Trill gives you a reassuring pat on the shoulder. It's like, you're doing... I understand what you're trying to say.
I hope we're not
Yeah.
going to die today, says Zareed.
No, of
No,
course not.
no,
Zuri.
you're fine, Zareed.
Okay.
Nyx
good
is
to
just being a little paranoid.
You guys
Admittedly,
told
it
me
is.
to be paranoid.
know. Yeah, it would be funny.
Yeah.
It would be You test me sometimes.
You just haven't quite mastered it yet to where it's just part of your being. Yeah, you'll get there. Don't worry.
You,
I don't.
you know, you don't need to be paranoid to be alert.
Okay. Fair enough. I don't really be paranoid. I don't like to worry. I just like to be happy in the moment.
That's why I like you.
Oh. Thanks, Trill.
Yeah.
All right.
Trill, we should talk sometime. We
Oh
barely
yeah.
talk.
Yeah, I like that.
Heck yeah. Alright. In the meantime, Father Death.
In the meantime, Father Death.
It's 3. I'm sorry, it's 3 in the fucking morning. This is my favorite session so far.
Cat like Jed!
Oh boy.
All right.
See? Happy.
You
Mix has gone loopy on us.
Yeah.
they're gone mad. You head over to Foundry Row and you see some simple signs along one of the main streets leading to Vault Oratory. You follow them, and there is a pretty simple staircase leading downward below the ground level towards a pretty large, what looks like a bank vault made of solid steel, with the door slightly open. As you pull it open and step inside, you immediately can tell it is soundproofed from the hustle and bustle and clanging and burning of metal outside. And inside, there is a couple of small, like, religious paraphernalia scattered about, including an altar upon which sits a skull with 2 golden coins in its head. And there is, standing inside, near the altar, cleaning it up, a pretty average-looking, honestly, dwarf in black religious robes, bald head but full beard, warm smile on his face. He looks over as you approach. Welcome. Come to pay your respects to the father?
Yes?
Excellent. Let me know if you have any questions about it. Otherwise, I'll leave you to your own worship in your own way.
Thank you. I take it you're the holy man?
People call me that. I'd prefer they just call me by my name. Holy man seems far more high and mighty than I actually am. Keenblood, by the way. Harmond Keenblood.
Keenblood. Well, nice to meet you. I'm Nyx Cobblepots.
Nice to meet you as well, me child.
So how long have you been doing all this worship here?
Goodness, I began studying the theological pretty early on in my life, all things considered. I always felt more of a call to it than me brother.
Oh, I see. Hey, people have their own likes. That's okay.
Of course they do. So now, along with managing things here, I also serve as his religious advisor in matters where that may pertain to his interests.
Oh. So he does have an interest.
He doesn't seek out an interest, but where there is one, I let him know.
Fair enough. Nick's looking very confused at that. Well, whilst we're here, there's something I was hoping to ask you about.
I am here to answer questions if I can.
Yeah. Well, basically, we've been in the city for a few days, and we've been hearing whispers about something about a mold that's gone missing.
Yes, a blast hammer mold, apparently, stolen from the Hammerbloods.
It's unfortunate. Do you have any suspicions?
Well, I don't gossip, myself. I do, of course, hear confessions and whispers of those who come to pay their respects to the father. They're saying Tyaden Coldsong is the culprit.
Titan Coldsong?
Tyaden.
Tyaden? Oh, that's his name.
Yep.
Oh, I see. Sorry, I forgot that was his name. We've been hearing a lot of variations.
They've been giving him nicknames, have they?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Is it true he's
Oh.
Trihorned?
Well, I mean, again, I don't like to gossip. I keep
yeah, of
hearing.
course.
Yeah, I have told my brother though that anything that might be dangerous. I have heard gossip. I don't gossip myself, mind. That apparently he's planning to raise an army and conquer the city or some such.
Why? Oh, that's great.
That's a.
Okay. That's
What do you think
Interesting.
about all this? Like, do you find merit in what people are saying?
I try not to lend any credence to that sort of thing. Everyone's soul can be saved, even if it is true what they say about them.
Fair. But don't you think, like, if what they're saying about this is true, it could lead to still negatively impacting the city as a whole? Or,
Perhaps. But,
I mean, I don't know who this guy is,
Yeah.
so...
perhaps, but that is the importance of getting to them first, offering them compassion, warmth, understanding, a chance to repent if they do indeed have any of those evil ways.
so. This is like a confessional.
It can be. Doesn't get much
And-
confession these days, unfortunately.
Oh, how does one confess?
One sits privately in one of these booths over here. He points towards a corner. I or another operating priest of the Father sits in the other, and we hear out the sins of those who want to confess.
Is there a fee?
I don't charge for that sort of thing.
Oh, okay. Well, once we get all the information we'd like, could I try?
You can. I certainly hope it's nothing egregious. Have you no mortal
No,
sins
no,
or anything
no.
of the like?
It's not. It's more just worries, if anything.
All right. I'll listen. I'm not sure if I can offer advice for specific worries, but I am here to listen.
Thank you. That would be nice.
But you said you came seeking information, yes?
Oh yeah, I did say that. Oh heck. Listen! Help!
Sorry, I'm trying to figure out how much I want to lead on with this guy.
Oh yeah. Maybe ask about his brother?
Because we are talking to Harmon, right?
You're talking to Harmond.
Okay, just making sure.
Of course.
Yeah, mostly we have just been trying to look into the theft of property that happened at the Hammerblood Guild with the mold, and just trying to find information, trying to be good Samaritans, and, returning the item to its proper owner if that is the right thing to do.
Yeah, the hidden heroes.
Ah, of course. Well, again, the rumors are that Titan Coldsong did the stealing, and I will admit my brother is interested in acquiring the mold as well. I certainly hope it is for Good Samaritan purposes.
Well, and as you mentioned before, there's the rumor going around that Cold Song stole it to try and overtake the city. Is that vile in your eyes, or does he maybe have righteousness behind his cause?
It is not my place to make moral judgments. I can certainly pray for the salvation of one's soul and hope that one goes the right way. It's been difficult these days, but again, I make no judgments onto the character. I merely try to shepherd.
Of course, I was merely curious as to which direction you would shepherd that person in.
Well, let us take the example of my brother. He is a bit of a public figure after all, even if he is up there in his ivory towers. I grew up with him. I know he's a good man, strong of body, strong of heart, but he's involved himself in shadier aspects of running the city. I've tried to advise him otherwise, but some days he listens, some days it's in one ear and out the other. Some days it's worse than that. Some days he'd see advice as dissent, concern as subterfuge. I try my best, but it gets difficult.
That is understandable. When one becomes as prevalent in the well-being of the city, it is difficult not to worry about them.
Of course. You get so fixated on things sometimes. Protection of the city, eradication of bandits. Finding the blast hammer is the most recent one. After all this, honestly, I just want to put the whole mess behind us.
Understandable. You know why your brother wants the mold?
If I did, I'd have some sterner words for him, that's for sure. As it is, though, I don't have any direct proof that he's, tied up in the whole search for it, other than hearsay and rumors, and you know how I feel about hearsay and rumors. I don't engage with it quite so much.
Absolutely understandable. Out of character, can I make an insight check?
Sure. Okay, he's been pretty honest so far, from what you can tell. He doesn't want to, directly say he healed Cold Song, but, given his character, he feels that he would have no shame in admitting to it if he was directly asked. That being said, he wants everyone to be helped, from Cold Song to his brother, and doesn't want to get involved in one side or the other without stronger evidence that something foul is afoot.
Yeah. Interesting. Okay, well, I thank you for your help. Me and my companions are probably going to do some more looking around of this place, while I know my friend here wishes to speak with you in private, so thank you for the information.
Of course. Happy to help in any way I could, even if it is somewhat meager. Alright. He bids the rest of you good luck and good health, and should the worst happen, peace be with you, which you would guess is a standard greeting from Father Death. And,
Of course.
Yeah.
Nyx, you are left alone in the vault.
Fun. Alright. So, do we go and sit down or something?
You head into the confessional booths, pull the curtains shut for privacy. A small little, mouth slit, because it's, roughly mouth level as opposed to eye level, opens up between the two booths. Speak your mind, my child.
Okay. This has been weighing on my mind for a bit. I'm not sure if this is intrusive thoughts, but I just want to tell somebody. I don't know if my team will understand. So, we have encountered we have encountered and befriended two people who have passed away in very violent circumstances. And I'm worried in some part that it's my fault.
Why do you believe you're to blame?
Because the first person died too, who he thought was a friend. And right before they had their confrontation, I said, why don't you go and catch up with him? I thought it'll be nice for them to connect, but no, they just broke out into a fight. And part of me's wondered if I didn't say that maybe we could have avoided that.
Did you know that this one's friend was going to do that?
No.
And the other?
I was trying to talk the assailant down, but I was blabbering. I thought it was going to distract him, but I'm worried I aggravated him, and he attacked, and my friend got it right in the head.
Were your words intentionally words of aggravation?
No. I was trying to reach a compromise, but it didn't work.
It doesn't seem to me like you are the unreasonable one in these scenarios. Father Death teaches us that no matter how violent the end, how cruel or just the person, everyone goes to a peaceful rest down below. Whatever the circumstances behind your friend's demise, they are kept and cared for.
Down below?
Aye, in the realm of the dead.
Oh. Never really thought about where people go.
Yeah.
I thought they went above.
Well, according to Father Death's teachings, below and above are relative terms. It's easy to think of them as vaults for safekeeping, deep below the earth. Some contain the vast riches left behind, others contain greater riches still in the form of those who have passed on and left their messages for us.
So, would their souls be okay?
Under his watch, always and for all time.
That's all I want to know. But as long as they're okay, it shouldn't have happened. Not so soon.
Perhaps, but it does happen. Embracing mortality is a difficult thing. But it is important to remember them in death as they were at their best in life.
Yeah. They were really, really great people.
I'm sure they were, my child. I'm sure there were.
Well, thank you. I feel a little bit better.
You're welcome, my child. May your soul go on unburdened.
And wipe a little tear, and then get up. Thank them once again, do like a little bow, and follow the rest.
Alright. You head out to join the rest, and we are going to end session there with more investigation. Not next week, because I'm away next week. Boo! But
Ooh.
the week after, continuing to investigate the Cold Song, the bastard, with his many, 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 many titles.
Mm.
Yeah.
Nice.
We will see you all then. Bye-bye.
Goodbye.
Bye-bye.